internal political party matters.
Look,
I was going to, is there a problem of leadership
in the head of the APC?
Yes.
He is not, he's a politician, and we can say anything we want to say about him. If he doesn't like it, he should quit being president. That is the way it is. I can say anything, because how are these people going to go to APC without the consent of the president? Tell me.
Are you talking about leadership of the party here?
Leadership of the party. The head of the leadership is the president.
It just so happens that, yes, it hasn't always been like that.
He's not committed any crime. Let's go on.
Yes, indeed, we will. But I just wanted to... you can't put all of this, I would imagine, on, for example, Tinubu's head. Wike that you started from, yeah, he's in Tinubu's government. But he said nothing will move him from the PDP, that he's not about to quit the PDP, that he's going to continue to be a PDP member. Now, he might not be the exact ideal kind of membership that you want, but... His
PDP on paper, in reality, is working for APC.
You are disowning
him, right?
You are disowning him, and he is not disowning you. He is not disowning PDP, but PDP seems to be disowning him.
We must disown him because he's a double agent. He's an enemy of the party.
But he's not done anything in secret. He's not done anything in secret.
So what?
Okay.
So if I attack you now, you say I didn't do it in secret. I steal from you, I didn't do it in secret. Does that make it good? Does that make it right? The man is a political criminal. It's obvious. Everybody has seen it. This is a man who swore on oath that if he ever does anything wrong to PDP, may God punish him and his children. He doesn't care. There are many people in politics that will lie on their oath. You give them a Quran, they will lie. So it's no big deal. So this is what's going on in politics, okay? One man, Anyanwu, decides to disrupt the system. His own, the whole of Southeast PDP has said, Okoye is our national secretary to replace Anyanwu, who has been set aside by the law court, by the courts, and by the constitution of the party. That's what's going on. Instead of staying at home, he decides to come to office, to the meeting. That's what happened.
And, well, so PDP is still suffering, I would guess, as an outsider. It is still suffering from a lack of a cohesive kind of leadership where people, I mean, amongst yourselves, this is how we have agreed under this particular leadership. That seems to me, you don't even need to be a political science student to see that there's a problem here. There are too many leaders.
I will not disagree with you. If Anyanwu was in APC, he would have been thrown out of that meeting. He would not even have dared to come to that meeting because the issue would have gone to the leader of the party before the meeting, and it would have been resolved as they did with the case of Obasa recently. Obasa would have been making a lot of noise, would have been here there if Tinubu hadn't said, that's it, you leave, that's it. APC has a leader, one leader. Unfortunately for PDP, we are so democratic, we are democratic to a fault. That is the problem with the PDP. Every leader has a say, and we are always waiting for court. What the court says, because do you know why Damago is still there? Because the court says, court has told us we cannot remove him because when Ayu left, Ayu did not live peacefully. Ayu took the party to court. So court said, the way things are now, you must keep this acting in place until further notice. It looks like the next meeting of next month, February 2025, will resolve these issues.
So that sort of, this explains a bit more where I started off from, that you sought to interrogate, say, what do you mean by that? When I said, is PDP in trouble again? Because it's this kind of thing, and that I really meant, and it's only you that could have put it into this kind of context. You seem to be saying and think that, well, APC is in a better place in terms of the party leadership. When they speak, and everybody, as it were, lines up. In the PDP, it would appear that there are so many power centers, quite a number of power centers, that it oftentimes is not beneficial to the party. As someone was, we saw very unruly pictures on television. This is not the way any political party setup should be seen publicly, but such was the passion.
There is no political party where you don't have rancor like this.
But when it spills out into the streets, so to speak.
It was not on the streets. It was on the gates of on the door or the entrance.
No, I was being metaphoric.
Wadata Plaza.
It was just metaphoric.
Well. But you see, what happened at Wadata Plaza? All the fracas happens every time in every government. You go to Parliament, you see them throwing stones or throwing chairs at each other. This is politics.
So you're accepting this as normal in politics? Politics
is war by other means. This is what happened. Look at the last election in America. Look at what they were saying to each other. Look at what they were doing to each other. This is the way it is. I don't know why people are crying. The outsiders crying louder than the bereaved.
Because it is something of a spectacle, even though you say people should be better informed and know that it happens anywhere. It is a spectacle.
There's always a spectacle in politics. Did Obasanjo create a spectacle when he went to his house to go and do press conference and be shouting, what is the Syrian military doing here? And so that is political spectacle. It happens all the time. So let us talk about where PDP is. You know what's going on. You know what is going on now.
Yes.
All this talk about PDP is in trouble. PDP is going to implode. It is the opposition strategy to give the impression that we cannot be opposition because we don't have the cohesion. But we have the cohesion.
You do have the cohesion.
Come on.
It looks like you're searching.
What do you want PDP to do that is not doing now? People say it's not a viable opposition. What can the opposition do except to complain, talk about what is going on, provide alternatives? Our National Public Secretary does that every time. Paul Ibe does that every time. Chiku does that every time.
You know,
I do it every time.
I want to find out
and look at the social media is filled with criticism and suggestions that this government should do. This government has failed the people and it is in trouble and it's saying, oh, don't worry, we are still better. Look, let me tell you, if there's an election today, PDP as it is, once we have a candidate, which we will get, because we are very democratic, once we have a convention, a candidate emerges, we are going to defeat the APC. Obvious.
Mr. George, thank you for holding on. Please go ahead now. Good morning.